Hi, my name is Naomi Campagna. Today for my capstone, I will be showing iconic hairstyles on another individual along with doing famous eyeliner associated with that year. For each hairstyle and makeup look, I will show a picture of it completed and give some information for the look, example, how it became famous, as well go over how to complete it. I will also talk about some things I found easy and what I found difficult. I'm going to start by brushing out the hair. Once the hair is brushed out, I'm going to section it into two parts, top and bottom. Once that is completed, I'm going to section it into even smaller parts and begin to pin upwards. Once I have pinned upwards throughout the bottom half, I am going to take down the top layer and continue the same technique I have been using, then ending with pinning all the extra hairs underneath and hairspraying. '60s. The sky-high buffet hairstyle is trendy among teenagers and younger people. It requires extensive teasing and the crown, and adding a good amount of hairspray is needed to make sure deflation doesn't happen. I'm brushing out the hair. Then I'm sectioning it, but making the section small so I'm able to puff up the front layer of hair. Then I'm taking the bottom, brushing it out, and putting it into a bun. As you can tell here, the small bun wasn't working, so I decided to make my poof, then with the extra hair added into the bun so the hair presented thicker. '70s. The afro becomes more mainstream and products designed for black hair care such as Afro Sheen become more available. This becomes a symbol of identity. Fun fact, me and my brother are both mixed with Italian and black, and my hair is not actually like this naturally. I use a relaxer and then I straighten it. And a lot of people with our hair texture find if you brush it while it's dry, it automatically poofs up and gets frozy. So that's exactly what I did here. I brushed it dry and it poofed up. Not a lot of people know I'm mixed because one, I rarely wear my hair curly, and two, my skin is really light because I'm anemic, but I most definitely am. '80. The 1980s are all about big hair. People with naturally straight hair often achieve this look by getting a perm. Extra teasing also helps. This is me showing the texture of my mom's hair. As you can tell, it's already quite curly and big. Since my mom's hair is already quite big and curly, the technique I'm using is just wetting it, and I'm grabbing the bottom and I'm scrunching into the head, just like this. Starting from the bottom, pulling up, and scrunch. '2000. One particular variation is the poof, made famous by Jersey Shore. Here I am brushing out the hair, then I am sectioning it towards the top of the head and brushing it the bottom half out again. Then I'm grabbing the top layer, brushing it. This was a little bit harder because she had a middle part, so her hair was fighting with me. But then I'm puffing it forward and I'm bobby pinning it. So now I'm going to be doing the 1920 kohl liner, and I'm just taking black again, completely getting it all over my makeup brush. As you see, I still have the Alt Rock makeup on, but that's completely okay because for this one, we're literally just filling in the whole eyelid. And if it gets messy, it's completely okay because we are gonna take a makeup wipe to it after. And it also helps that we put primer over the whole eyelid. Okay, so to start, today I'm going to be doing the 1930s lash liner look. So I'm going to begin by just putting primer on his eye. And rubbing it in. And this is a very simple look. And it's not dark, it's very natural. Then I'm going to be taking my makeup brush, just putting a little bit of black eyeshadow, stretching out the eye, and dragging out. As you can see, it's very light. That's exactly how we want it. I'm just gonna keep on following this step. Stretch, compact, and pull out. Relax the eye. Okay, so what I've done here, as you can see, is I started from the inner corner and just lightly brought out the black eyeshadow to give a very natural look. In the 1940s, there was a legging stocking shortage, so they used eyeliner. And what they did is they started from the ankle with a liquid eyeliner and just drag it up into the cutoff of their pants. And they continued this all around the legs to make it look like they were wearing stockings. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the 1950s liquid eyeliner. So a technique I found that works for me is following the natural line of the person's eyelid. So I'm going to start by going out, and then I'm going to pull it in. So for this look, what I've done is I followed the same technique. I stretched it and followed the natural lash line, then pulled it in going into the inner corner, and then just filled it in. Now I'm going to be doing the 1960s cat eye. So for this look, what I'm going to be doing is the same as the 1950s. I'm going to be doing a winged liner, also using liquid eyeliner, except what I'm going to do is I'm going to go from the very inner corner, drag it out, and then get eyeshadow and fill in underneath. And I'm using the same technique. I'm pulling, and I'm following the lash line.
Yeah, I just gave you a guinea pig massage.
And then that's it. Okay, so as you can see, I've brought the eyeliner all the way in. And then if you look up, look up. I've smeared eyeshadow underneath to give. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing the 1980s. The 1980s are all about big hair and crazy makeup looks. So this one I'm just gonna have fun with. I'm putting on my primer all on the eyelid. Then I'm gonna go in with more of a beige color, just to prep the eyelid. It's kind of dark. It's okay. Then I'm going to be taking my liquid eyeliner, and I'm just gonna go up and bring it out and go in. Close it. Okay, so as you see, I'm just having fun with this one. I'm following kind of like a swiggle on the top, and then I'm bringing it in. Then I am going to be taking this glitter palette, and I'm taking the blue, and I put it on my finger to begin, but then I'm going to be rubbing it onto this brush, and I'm just compacting it inside my squiggle, and then I'm using my finger and lightly tapping. I find when using glitter like this, it's easier to follow the finger and brush technique because then you have less sparkles falling onto the face. I'm kind of like smearing it on. These sparkles are kind of liquidy. Then I'm going in again with my liquid eyeliner. Can you put your head up? Okay, so as you see, I've shaped it with my liquid eyeliner, and then I'm just tapping with my finger in the inner corner to fill in the blue. Now I'm going to be doing the 1990 white liner. Open your eyes. So usually what I do with my liner is I go, if it's waterline, I put a little bit on my hand just so this part isn't super sharp, and then open your eye. I'm gonna stretch down and I'm just gonna rub it back and forth. And then her eye is very sensitive, as you can see it's already on, but I'm just gonna continue that off camera all the way into the inner corner. Now I'm going to be doing the 2010 alt rock look. So first I'm gonna start by taking off our makeup no makeup look. Just wiping it off with a beauty blender or makeup wipe. Then I'm gonna go in with some primer. Keep your eyes closed. I'm just rubbing that across the whole eyelid. Then I'm putting a lot more product on my brush because you want this to be a little bit more darker. And I'm following the same technique. I'm stretching out the eye, and I'm also following the lash line, except I'm going a little bit above, and then I'm gonna fill it in closer to the lash line. See, it's a lot darker than the makeup look. Putting lots of product on my brush. Then I'm going in again. And the primer helps the eyeshadow stick also come off. And as you can see, I've lifted my brush too high in the inner corner, but that's okay. So we're gonna go in with the makeup wipe after to clean that up. And I'm just dragging along the lash line. Turn your head. As you can see, it's a little bit lifted. So I'm cleaning it up. Same technique, I'm stretching. And see, the primer helps it come off super easy. And then I'm just gonna clean it up underneath and on the eyelid. Take off any extra product. I'm gonna bring it in a little more, relax the eye to the inner corner. And then keep your eyes closed. I'm just gonna drag it underneath to give more, and I'm just going back and forth, bringing it out, and then cleaning up into the lash line. And then any extra product, I'm just wiping off. Okay, so I'm going to be starting with the 2010 makeup no makeup look. So this one's super simple. I'm just gonna be taking a brush like this and my makeup palette, getting a little bit of black on it. It's similar to the lash liner, except it's very light. The point is you want to tell you're not wearing makeup. So I'm following the same technique. I'm pulling out and then just lightly, not dark at all. I'm just filling on her lash line. And this one you want to make sure you don't put too much product on your brush because you're just darkening the lash line. That's really all you're doing. You're not going for anything really extra. And then I'm just blending it out. And then open your eye. And then I'm just gonna lightly, just from in the inner corner of the eye, blend it with the top part. Close your eye. And most importantly, after doing that much makeup or any makeup, you want to make sure that you're following up with skincare. No makeup wipes do not just count. So here I'm taking a sheet mask and I'm going to apply it. Skincare.
Who would wear makeup like this smoky black and blue?
No.
I'm trying to film, but I have 1 cat, 2 cat, and they won't leave my guinea pig. Now I'm going to be talking about some things I found easy and some things I found hard when it comes to doing makeup and hair on another individual. Something I found easy while doing another individual's hair was putting the bobby pins in. On a lot of hairstyles I had to use bobby pins, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to put them in the right places or they wouldn't stay, but I actually found that part quite easy. But what I did find hard was working on different textured hair. Some hair was thick, some hair was thin, some hair was curly, some hair was straight, and I really just had to look at the hairstyle and base off of that what I think would work best, rather if the hair was thin and curly or thick and straight, what I thought would be easier and which would come out the best. Something I found easy while doing another individual's makeup was blending out eyeshadow. And something I found extremely hard was doing water eyeliner. And that's where you put it along this part of your eye. For me personally, when someone touches that part of my eye trying to do my makeup, my eyes naturally start watering. And I think it's like that for everyone else. And I found that when I was doing water eyeliner on somebody else, their eyes just started watering, and especially for the white eyeliner look, like it would just wash away. Another thing I found hard was working with liquid eyeliner, but I think that's on the fact that my hands were so shaky, but it was easy to clean up because I had to put primer on and the makeup just glid off when I used the makeup wipe.